Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another new vlog. Thank you for joining me once again. Today I'm hopefully going to do 2 fells, but you can probably hear I'm already out of breath. I've left Keswick for the day and I've come over to Bassenthwaite Lake, or just the northern end of it, to try and do Ling Fell and Sail Fell today. I've got a walk planned. The weather is okay at the moment. It's overcast, a little bit cloudy, but there is a little bit of blue sky on the horizon. However, we've got some heavy showers forecast for later today. I was originally going to go and walk up Skidder, or Skidder as they call it up here, but that's very high, and I know for a fact that I'm going to get caught in the rain if I get up there. So rather than doing that, I thought I would do a much shorter walk today, but taking 2 fells to do it. So here I am, heading up towards Ling Fell and Sail Fell. I think I'm doing Ling Fell first, if I remember rightly. So I'm going to head on up the hill. Shouldn't take me too long to get to the top of both of those, because they're only quite small hills. However, last night I did drink quite a lot of beer, and I also ate a very hot Indian curry, so I'm feeling the pressure today, to be quite honest with you. And I know what you're all thinking, no sympathy, it's your own fault, you didn't have to put all that inside you. Correct, you're absolutely right, I don't want your sympathy, but just for reference, that's the reason I'm out of breath a bit today. So if you hear me panting, from both ends by the way, then that's the reason. But in the meantime, I'm going to make my way up now towards Ling Fell. I'm not all that far away from it. I've already crossed the busy A66, which you might be able to hear in the distance behind me, and I'm heading up now through basically a bit of woodland which is on the very edge of Ling Fell, and then I'll take the slope up the hill in a few minutes time, where I should end up at the top of Ling Fell. So I've got myself off that little country lane that I was on, and I'm onto a bit of a field now on the exposed part of Ling Fell itself. I'm at the bottom of that and it's quite steep to get up, so probably only take me a few minutes to get up there, but looking at it, it looks quite daunting, although it's a fairly easy walk. There's no scrambling or climbing or anything like that, it's just basically up quite a steep hill. So I'm going to make my way up there now and I'll see you at the top. I don't know how well you can see me right now or what's going on behind me, but basically just over my left shoulder, somewhere over here, I've got some cloud coming in, rolling in. I can see Skidder in the distance, and I know that if I went up there today, that cloud that's coming in would eventually get me, and I'd probably be about 2/3 of the way up Skidder before the rain came. And that's really why I chose to come to Ling Fell and Sail Fell today. They're smaller fells than going up Skidder itself, but also because they're much smaller, the routes are quite a lot quicker, and so I would end up doing both of these fells before that rain gets here. And also it would be easier to get down from the top of these fells when the rain comes anyway, because they're such smaller fells. If I'd been up at the top of Skidder when the rain came in, it would have made it much more difficult, and it would be much more later in the day. So deciding to do these 2 instead today was probably the best option. I may still do Skidder either tomorrow or the day after that, but look out for that on the videos. So I've made it to the top of Ling Fell, and just behind me is the summit cane just there. I've touched that like you're supposed to do. And now I'm going to head down to Sail Fell, but before I do, I'm going to stop here and take a few photos, because this view is absolutely amazing. Probably the best view I've had so far while I've been up here in the Lake District. As I turn round, just over there in that direction behind me is Skidder, and that's shrouded in cloud at the moment, and to be honest, it has been shrouded in cloud ever since I got here on Saturday afternoon. But the only time it wasn't shrouded in cloud was on Sunday when I happened to be going up Cat Bells the opposite direction. But yeah, that's Skidder in the distance. And then as I move around a little bit, you've got Sail Fell just behind me here. And that's where I'm going to head to in a moment. But just next to that, you can also see, just stuck out at the very end of it, a little bit of Bassenthwaite Lake, the northern end of it. Now, did you know that Bassenthwaite Lake is the only lake in the Lake District? It's quite an interesting fact, that is, for a pub quiz. There is some sort of geographical reason that I can't really explain properly and define properly for you, but there is a geographical reason why that is the only lake in the Lake District, and it's something to do with the rest all being either meres or waters or something else. So that is the only lake in the Lake District. Those two pictures you've just seen, Skidder, shrouded in cloud, and Sail Fell, both shot with the 24-105mm lens at about 50mm, f/16, ISO 100 and 1/60th of a second, I believe. I'm heading down now towards Sail Fell. It shouldn't be too far to walk now, actually. It's quite a nice little walk. But while I was up on the top of Ling Fell, I can hear a lot of chirping going on around me. I don't know if you can hear it as well. On the way up here, what I discovered on the map was that there are a lot of grouse butts. And these were just mounds of stones built up in a semicircle where hunters would hide behind them with guns and shoot the grouse from behind those grouse butts. Obviously now they are disused because there's no grouse hunting anymore, but that was quite interesting, and I thought at the time, I wonder if I'll see any grouse. Well, I haven't seen any, but I think I'm hearing them all over the place. Anyway, I'm making my way now down towards a little village called Withup Mill, and then from there I can go back up to Sail Fell. That shouldn't take very long, like I said, and then I'll take some photos from up there as well. Guys, I'm calling it. The ascent down, sorry, the descent down from Ling Fell was a right pain in the neck. It was very steep and it was very, very difficult on the knees and ankles. And part way down, I've twisted my knee a little bit. Not seriously, but it just I felt something go. I've tried to carry on. I've got down all the way to the foot of Sail Fell, and I've tried to carry on a little bit further up and discovered that the ascent up Sail Fell that I was going to take is probably just as steep as the previous descent from Ling Fell. So the result of that was I tried to take a different route to see if I could find an easier way up, and I've gone miles out of my way and can't really find an easier way to get back up Sail Fell. I'm sure there is one, and the truth is probably drinking too much last night and then eating too much as well yesterday has probably made me a little unfit for the walk today anyway. So I'm disappointed, really annoyed that I can't finish it, but I could always come back and do Sail Fell again one of the days while I'm still here up in the Lake District, hopefully. So it might not be the end of the world, but I'm really disappointed about not finishing that at all today. So I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. If you have, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also please remember to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I look forward to seeing you again on another vlog very soon. Bye for now.